It was good with y'all. It's been a while since I did a video. Um, I don't even know where to start. I'm just gonna be venting, and whoever listens, listens. And if you come across this video and it just seems depressing, just realize that right now I am depressed. So if you can't handle depression or anything of the like, just click off the video and go on about your day. Now that I don't said that, I really feel like as a 30-year-old man that I'm not compatible with anybody. I've been in so many relationships, had so many flings, had so many women. Getting women is not the problem. Getting them to stay with me is the problem. And I don't know what to do. I've never actually struggled to get women, and I'm not trying to say that to appear conceited or full of myself or anything of the like. But like I said, the problem is keeping them as opposed to actually getting them. And I've tried various methods, and I'm gonna walk you through my relationships. You know, the key ones that made me feel like I'm not compatible with anybody. And keep in mind, these females are of different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different whereabouts, like where they was from. You know, all that. It's not even just from my hometown. It's from like cities outside of my hometown, like up to like an hour away. Um, First relationship that I ever been in was with my high school sweetheart. We had a good relationship for the most part until like the last month. Um, I just remember we argued, but nothing more than the usual couple argue. And next thing I know, she's just breaking up with me. And at the time, I didn't have a car. Like I said, I was in high school, so I didn't have a car. I got on the bus with my headphones on and rode over there. Was over there in probably like about an hour or so. And her mom said that she thought that she left with me. And right then and there, I realized that she was already with a rebound guy. And I was just really down about it after that. The next female that I encountered, she kept it real with me. We dated for about a month or so, and even though that's not like a long time, it's still time. And she pretty much just let me know, hey, you know, I still have feelings for my ex. And her ex happened to have the same first name as myself, and he happened to be the same color as myself. You know, I have a Mexican name. I'm not gonna say my name on here out of privacy reasons, but it was just like, damn. So not only is he named after me, but you still have feelings for this man, and you wasting my time instead of actually realizing that you have feelings for him. You gon' just dismiss me and going about, you know, your day. So we was cool. I ain't gonna lie, we was cool because I'm a man of respect when it comes to honesty, and she didn't drag it on. So I respected it. Now the next relationship I was in was horrible. Um, this chick, I met her on MySpace. You know, this is gonna be the relationships I'm about to tell you guys are spanning, you know, 10 to 15 years ago to recent. So MySpace was still popping, and I met her on MySpace. She lived in the city at the time, but her relative that she went back and forth to stayed like 20 minutes away. Now, this girl got kicked out of her uncle's house and was homeless, didn't have no clothes because he bought the clothes for her, and he was gonna take them back because he wasn't rocking with her no more. So she only had like a wife beater and some leggings. You know what I'm saying? So I let her move in with me foolishly, and she was wearing my clothes. Now the red flag should have been when she was still in high school and she was 20. You know, should have been a red flag, but I didn't care. I was just naive back then, so it is what it is. Um, the relationship went south because one weekend. Keep in mind, we was on good terms. Like it was no arguments, no nothing like that. So we was on good terms. One weekend, she just disappeared with her friend, and I couldn't get in touch with her. Her cell phone was dead. Um, she finally calls me off of somebody else's phone and says that she was gonna come and get her stuff. And I was just like, okay. Nah, my bad. She didn't say she was gonna come get her stuff. I told her to come get her stuff because I hadn't been able to contact her. She came up with like a bullshit reason as to why I couldn't contact her. I forgot what the reason was. You gotta forgive me. This is like 2008. So she gave me a bullshit reason. So I said, you know what, just come get your stuff. And before she came and got her stuff, I got like a message on MySpace from some random joker talking about, oh yeah, you know, I want to fight you. I want to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to fuck you up. You sensitive. You all this and that. And I didn't even know this man. And I stay in Michigan and he was staying in Indiana. So we never really crossed paths like that. And that was like the first and the last time I heard from him. So when she came and got her stuff, I confronted her about it. And she laughed at me and got in the car. And then I never saw her again. And then later on, she started like saying rumors in the streets that I used to hit her or whatever. I never hit a female in my life. That's just it's something about it that goes against my own personal code. That no matter what a female does to me, I won't never put my hands on her. I might restrain them, but I never even restrained her. Like I said, we was always on good terms. So that was the end of that relationship. Now the next relationship, it was with a rich girl. She was rich. Her family was loaded. Her family had her house was so big that I got lost in her house going to the bathroom. Like literally got lost. I went to the bathroom after searching for it, and when I came out the bathroom, I couldn't find my way back to where she was, and I had to like yell out, and we had to basically, you know, meet each other where I was or whatever. So that's how big her house was. Now the issue with this girl is we never had alone time. And I'm not even talking about, you know, just having sex with her or anything. I'm just talking about, you know, just vibing one-on-one. We never had that. It was always some of her friends there, or she would like throw a huge get together, and unbeknownst to me. Now, for an example, we were supposed to go to the movies together and then go back to her house and then watch another movie and, you know, eat dinner. This brought at the last minute. I kid you not, she was picking me up in her truck because at the time I didn't have a car. You know, I was only like 18 or 19, so I didn't have my own car yet. And I had my license, but I didn't have my own car. And she picked me up, and she was just like, and she had other people in the car, and she was just like, yeah, you know, I'm having to get together at my house. I want you to be there. And like, I'm sitting there appalled, like, what the fuck? We were supposed to go to the movies and do this. I hate when people change their plans and it don't go according to plan. I really hate that. So I ended up getting really wasted that night, and I ended up blacking out. And that was only because I was frustrated. I was frustrated because, you know, like, I was sitting on the couch by myself, and she was sitting on the couch like across from me, and I motioned her to come, you know, sit by me, and she wouldn't. So I got upset, and I just started drinking and smoking, you know, trying to drink and smoke the pain away. And I don't even remember coming home that night, honestly. Now, the next relationship was with my fiance, my ex fiance, and we had like a pretty good year of being together. Like the first year was really good, but then after that it went south. It went south because, now keep in mind, this girl was really clingy, like really, really, really clingy. Like she wanted to see me every single day of the week, clingy. And I understand when you in love with somebody, that's what you want to do. But I like having my own personal space. That's just me. Just the game and to, do music and write poetry and, just do me. Just do me. But it was impossible to do that with her. And it was very frustrating. Very frustrating. So the relationship went south because I got into it with her cousin who happened to be my best friend. They went out of town to Detroit over the weekend. The situation was I was working 12 to 14-hour shifts at my job, and she had stressed that she wanted to spend more time with me and everything, but I didn't have a lot of time. I was always at work. We went on like little dates before I went to work or whatever, but that was the best I could do because I would literally go to work at 3:30 p.m. and get out at 2 a.m. So there was no, having a date after work. It was nothing like that. So one Friday, perfectly on a Friday, and I had the weekend off too because I had worked like consecutive weekends to the point where I could take a weekend off, and I was going to take the weekend off and spend it with her. So basically what happened was the machine went down probably like around 8 p.m., 8 or 9, and I was just like, cool, maybe we can go see like a movie real quick if I hurry up. So I ended up calling her as I'm clocking out, and she's all like, well, I'm on my way out of town. Now keep in mind, she didn't tell me nothing about it at all. We were supposed to be engaged. So I was just like, okay, when you coming back? She said Sunday. And then I told her I had the weekend off. I want to spend it with her. But she said that she already made these plans with her friends and her cousins. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not even going to trip. So she comes back and she's acting all distant. And my best friend at the time, who's also her cousin, was with her. So I asked her, what was going on, like, because she wasn't talking to me. So I asked her cousin, what was going on, like she's being distant ever since y'all went out of town, and you know what her cousin did? Her cousin snapped me up and said it's none of my fucking business. And so then at that point, I lost it. You know what I'm saying? So I said some things I shouldn't have said, and her family hated me after that. Now keep in mind, it was only one sentence. Like I didn't go off. I just said one thing. And like she went and told her elders, and the elders passed the information down, and I was banned from family events. I wasn't welcome to come around anymore. And it was pretty much a situation where my ex-fiance had to choose between me and her family, and she chose her family. And on top of that, she chose another boyfriend. She had a boyfriend on the side, a boyfriend online at that, and probably she was sending naked pictures to and chatting while I was at work, while she was ignoring my text messages though, saying she was busy or at her own job, but she was really talking to that man. So I got cheated on, and it is what it is. I got cheated on again. Now, I was single for years after that. And then I got into another relationship with a chick that claimed that she was going to have my baby. Now, we wasn't dating that long. And in the beginning, she made it clear like she didn't know if it was mine, her, or her ex's, but she was leaning more towards me, probably because she didn't want her ex to actually be the father. So I was just like, cool. I just want a DNA test when the baby comes, and she agreed. So the baby comes, and we had broken up. We was on bad terms. We was on bad terms because I have a mental illness, and she was trying to use the mental illness in court against me, for me not to see the baby. We had fell out on bad terms. It was like the bad terms was, it was basically like, we weren't clicking anymore, and we just fell out. We weren't friends no more, nothing like that. I stopped contacting her. She stopped contacting me, and I just let her do her. I tried to be there for the pregnancy or whatever, but she just wasn't having it. So I just let her do her. And yeah, basically the baby came back. Keep in mind, she running my name through the mud, talking about I'm a deadbeat, my music whack, and all this other shit. And come to find out, the baby wasn't even mine. So she did all that just to look like a fool. And I recently saw her after like over a year of not over a year, a couple years. After a couple years of not seeing her. About 3 years. After about 3 years of not seeing her, I finally saw her again, and she didn't look very happy to see me, which I already knew that she wasn't gonna be happy to see me because I wasn't happy to see her. So the feelings was mutual. Now, keep in mind, like these relationships that I'm telling you about, I stayed single for either months or years. And now, after this relationship, I was single for about 3 years. And not to say I wasn't getting women or whatever, it's just I didn't want a relationship because I didn't want to have baggage. Now, the current relationship that I'm in right now is, we was good friends on Facebook from like 2009 through like 2016. That's when we started to really hang out, and she was actually there for me during like the whole baby fiasco, and like I really respected that about her. She was on my side about it. Like I showed her messages, and she basically was just like, yo, that's foul. I can't believe that she did that. And like I was like, hold on, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I haven't made a video in a minute. But yeah, she was basically on my side about the whole situation. So from like 2016 all the way up until, this year, she was like throwing hints that she wanted to be in a relationship with me. And I was just letting her know, look, what I'm saying? Like, I'm still getting over the whole baby situation and how I was done dirty, and I don't want to put any baggage on you. So just give me some time to heal. And she was like, okay. But in the meantime, she was dating other people, which, I didn't really hold it against her because, I mean, shoot, I wasn't ready, and other dudes were stepping up to the plate because they said they was ready, but they did her dirty. So it is what it is. So I eventually, this past March, was just like, okay, I want to be in a relationship with you. And I'll be real with you, it took me a little while to actually come out and say it, because it had been so long since I actually said that I wanted to be in a relationship with somebody. So we ended up having a lot of good times or whatever. The good eclipsed the bad, but when the bad comes, the bad comes. The bad comes because, when we was just cool, like we could just sit there and, just drink and have like a good time together and not worry about any drama or anything. Now it's like the clear opposite. Now it's always drama. and I'm not really feeling it. She's not really feeling it. She recently came out and said that she's not happy with me anymore, and she could tell I'm not happy with her. But I don't know. I was just always raised to believe that, like, there's bad times, but if the good outweighs the bad, then you shouldn't give up on something, because that could be the one. You know what I'm saying? And she recently told her family just yesterday that I'm a good guy and all this other shit. And the same night, she told me to get up out of her house or whatever, and all this and that. And I ain't gonna tell you everything that she said about me, but it hurts. And she ended up coming over like the same night. I had got home. I went straight home, and she came over and she was just like, look, no matter what happens, just know I always loved, I always cared about you, and I apologize for things that I said. It wasn't right. And I accepted the apology. You know what I'm saying? I accepted the apology because I truly care for her. And I don't know. It's just these experiences in a nutshell. Like, I'm not gonna give y'all every single detail, but it just makes me feel like that I'm not compatible with nobody because of my mental illness, and I be feeling like I'm not really. I'm a chill person, and if anybody's curious about what I have, it's called schizoaffective. I was diagnosed with it back in 2015, and I've been under medication for it ever since then, and my body has went through changes. I've gained weight, but I'm not fat. I've just gained weight. Keep in mind, like, my frame is like a 170-pound frame, but I'm like 230 now. So, and I just have like a little stomach, but I'm not fat. If that makes sense. Like, I don't have any fat nowhere else except for like a little stomach, and I don't even eat that much. It's just the medicine puts weight on me, and the doctor has said that she's probably gonna take me off of the medicine if it keeps adding weight on me. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but I don't know. I just be feeling like I'm not compatible with nobody, man, and it makes me feel like I'm never gonna really find somebody that I could just vibe with, just coexist with without there being drama, and without there being any animosity, without there being any, vindictive natures. Somebody that will support me and what I have going on, like I support them and what they have going on. And that's just what it is. I just really don't. I can't stress that enough. I don't think I'm compatible with nobody. I've tried everything. I've tried, just being there for them, and, putting them before me, and, when I'm in situations that might damage a relationship, I break myself out of those situations. I don't cheat. I don't beat on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might get into like verbal arguments, but compared to what they have gone through in the past with men that they told me about, that's nothing. So, yeah, I just don't be feeling like I'm compatible with nobody. And I'm not going to keep y'all much longer. It just truly hurts just feeling like you never really find true love. And I'm at the age now where I don't just want like just random relationships. I want to actually find a wife. I don't want just, to be in my 50s still, looking for a girlfriend, and not settling down and all this other shit. I don't have any kids on my own, and I actually want at least a son or a daughter or something. And it was just mean the world to me. But yeah, it just hurts. It just hurts. But I appreciate everybody that, that listen, all three of y'all. I appreciate it. two of y'all is like the same people. Y'all just showing me love on two different accounts, and I appreciate that. Um, and yeah, more content to come. You know, I haven't done a video on this channel in a while. I haven't done a video period in a while. But I'm gonna get back on the YouTube. So look out for more content like this if you enjoy it. And yeah, I'm signing out.